Hey everybody, welcome back to On the Set. I'm your host Kingmaker. Down below we got Archer, and over to
Hey.
this side, whatever. Bonsai. What's up, man? How have you been, Bonsai?
Man. I've been pretty good, man. Just busy with life stuff, and now I'm finally getting back into having more time for Wild Rift, and that's always exciting.
Oh
So
yeah.
just glad to be here, glad to be on the set, helping out.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty dope name. I came up with it myself. Just hit me out of nowhere. But so everybody knows who I and Archer are. Not everybody knows who you are. So what do you want to tell people as a self-introductory?
A self-introductory icebreaker. Um, I personally, I've just spent a lot of time working in restaurants and playing video games in my free time. And recently, in the past year, I found Wild Rift and got involved with 16-bit Genesis. Originally tried out as a player, but then helped them start managing their team and, kind of got the wheel going for them and just trying to help them out and uh, got into the WNS series and gave a swing at it and you know and then we moved on. So I'm just kind of here excited to get back into the scene now that Icons is starting, and I just love League of Legends, man. I think it's the greatest game ever made. That's a fact.
Yeah, one of the things that people don't really get to see is the behind the scenes of the pro scene. Like they don't know that what these guys go through, the scrims, the hours of practice, the low amount of pay, if any, because you only get paid from tournaments or sponsorships, especially when
Yep.
you're a mid-tier team, you don't really have any sponsorships. No one's really wanting to bring you on. No one wants to invest in you. So unfortunately, we dissolved the team.
Yeah.
Officially, Attilio made that announcement, I think, Sunday. So if anybody's looking for a great general manager of a team, let Bonsai know. Let me know. Get in contact. Bonsai's great.
Shout out.
Shout out. So obviously this week it's Monday. It's I don't have any
Monday.
soundboards. Shit, I should have done the soundboards. Too late now. No going back. It's going to be this week in Reddit. We're going to actually work on restructuring the show a little bit. Me and Bonds have been working on some stuff in the background. So we will hopefully be able to have 2 standalone shows. And then if we are able to get a guest for an interview, then we'll have that as a standalone episode as well. So with that being said, let's jump in to today's On the Set.
Awesome. These were pretty good, man. I really kind of enjoyed reading through some of these, and
Yeah.
I think it was a good crop we've picked up this week.
Yep.
There was one link that wouldn't let me open it though.
Which one?
It's this long one. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is from DeCrush. It says this is why SVP should not allow loss prevention. 8 deaths in 11 minutes versus a late game champ roaming without lane priority and enemy Vigar attacking tower for him to take 2 mid lane turrets and for her to walk to my lane with minions just pushed to use an ability snag my cannon minions. She's Diamond 4, by the way. I could go on, but the primary point of this post was to show why SVP should not grant you anything besides making you feel better. The system takes into account kills, assists too heavily. People need to stop griping here and on YouTube, creators and commenters about why SVP should grant loss prevention or why VP lost because they were obviously the most influential in the match since they were awarded SVP. The reward system does a nice job of making you feel accomplished and reducing the crap feeling of losing a match, but isn't remotely accurate in assigning SVP to the person who had the most impact in the game. What are your thoughts? I think I'm always SVP, so I think it's 100% accurate.
What do you mean it's 100% accurate?
100% accurate. I'm always SVP because I'm losing, but I'm the best on the losing team. That's why I'm stuck in platinum. What do you think, Bonds? Do you think SVP should be assigned to loss prevention, or loss prevention should be assigned to SVP?
I think you definitely should not be impacted as heavily as everyone else is if you're granted SVP on a losing match. Because if that's the way the system is and you're getting SVP, then maybe you shouldn't be getting like -12 or -13. Maybe you should get like -11. If you lose points back in Emerald or Platinum, then maybe you don't lose as much fortitude, or maybe you gain fortitude but lose a mark or whatever it is they call it. I haven't been in. I don't know what it is now.
The shield, right? The loss prevention shield.
The loss prevention shield, yeah, but that's granted through fortitude. So you should be like, maybe you should gain some fortitude if you're SVP, depending on
like extra.
I can agree with
how
that.
impactful you were.
Like,
yeah.
What do you think, Archer? Do you think you should be allowed to, SVP it out?
No, not at all. Because I've had matches where I suck and like I go like 0-10 and I get SVP because my teammates just did worse than me. That doesn't mean I did good. That just means I did the least bad. So, and then also, like, does MVP give you anything extra? It doesn't. So why should SVP do anything special?
MVP, I think it does, because they don't track. The system doesn't track SVP, but it does track MVPs, and I think you do gain.
I'm not sure. I've never seen any different. Like when I get MVP, like I don't get any type of bonus at all. Like it's the same bonus? As if I were to.
You know what? I definitely feel better though if I get MVP.
Yeah, I do. I feel better when I get MVP, even though there's like I don't get any bonus in my matches. Like for some people, I don't know how it works, but for me, it's always just the same as if I just win normally. But when I get MVP, it's a confidence boost. Same with SVP. You know, if I lose a match and I get SVP, I'm still like motivated to play again. I'm not just going to be like, oh, I give up. You know. Yeah. But at the same time, there's still a lot of players who just are awful. But then they take getting SVP as an excuse to continue not growing and just do the same stuff that they do every single match, which ends in them losing. And so it's kind of a weird, it's a weird discussion about SVP and MVP because like, there's always a third place. There's always a third place. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to be the best in the third place. That dude's really good at getting third place.
I'm number one at getting third place for sure. I am the best at it. If there is a number one for being number 3, that is me.
If there was a competition for being third place, you'd still get third place.
Wow.
Shit, you're right. Fuck.
Because he's so good at it.
Excuse my language.
He's so good at it.
I'm so good at it.
Speaking of getting third place all the time, this one's inting games for fun.
Yeah, this person, apparently they like to int games for fun. This is from Bloodlust Guild, and it says, I int games for fun, ask me anything. I have several alts I use to int the shit out of the game. I have 500 plus games I have thrown for the fun of it in Plat, Emerald, and Diamond since Riot removed the ability to dodge games. My accounts have been not banned, nor even chat banned. How do you guys feel about this?
I read it. This literally hurt me when I read it. Like this made me want to reach through the screen and just punch him in the face. Cause like I get if you're like just trolling and like I don't know, cause it just doesn't seem fair. Like there's Plat and Emerald and Diamond players who just want to get to the top. That's their goal. They just want to hit Master or Grandmaster, and eventually one day they want to be Challenger. But if you're just smurfing and stuff and just throwing the games for them, then that just takes away all the fun from the game and it makes it less enjoyable. Like,
you know what? I think this guy's a hero.
Sell me the bullshit. Sell me why. Why is he a hero?
This guy's a hero. He's you know, he's just doing his own thing. It's all for him.
It's all for him.
And I'm here to promote wellness, and everybody's got to do good things for themselves. So if he feels really great doing this and he's having a great time and he's posted on Reddit about it, this guy's living his best life, I think.
Yeah.
Okay,
you kind of just sold me on it now. I mean, PvP though, I purposely in PvP all the time, but like, don't do this in ranked.
Look, if my team has already ran it down and they refuse to surrender, you can guarantee I'm going to end. I need this game to be over.
If you scroll down and check out some of these comments, somebody asked why, and they responded with because there is no ability to dodge unwinnable games in draft, so I have taken it into my own hands that this will be a feature. I told you, he's a hero.
See, I mean, he's just doing the best for the community.
He is forcing Riot's hand to say, you need to deal with me. I am a problem. And on his other account where he's like master or something, he's probably just inting casually, But he's forcing Riot's hand.
I can see that. Is the mic on? Clear his throat. How do you sleep at night? Pretty well. I'm sorry for your sad life. Lol, this is educational. My life is great. I have more fun inting knowing how toxic most of you are.
I told you, he's living his best life. This guy's a hero.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to run it down and pretend like I'm inting for fun.
The greater good.
Yeah,
he's inting for the greater good.
He's doing it for a cause.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what I do at T4.
I can back that. Yeah.
That's my excuse. That's my excuse too. Let's see. More battle mages. I got to pull this one over. So many screens.
I agree. More battle mages. I feel like that's where the meta is going to go.
Oh, where did you go? There we go. All right. This is from Zimmy Dodd. Wild Rift needs more battle mages. Battle mages are a subset of mage champions that usually have a shorter range, better defensive options, and a focus on AoE damage and area control. In PC League, there are 11 champions officially listed as battle mages: Anivia, Aurelion Sol, Cassiopeia, Karthus, Malzahar, Rumble, Ryze, Swain, Talia, Victor, and Vladimir. Some people also consider Lissandra and Heimerdinger battle mages. Raise your dongers. Everybody raise your dongers.
Raise your dongers.
Wild Rift only has Aurelion Sol, and depending on his upcoming gameplay update, he might not even stay a battle mage. This is a very fun subset of champions with some absolutely standout designs, and I would love more if more came to the game to Wild Rift personally. What does everyone think? I actually thought of Ryze whenever I read this post. What do you guys? Bonsai's clearly excited for it.
Yes, I 100% agree with Ryze. I think Baron Lane definitely needs a little bit more AP up there, a little more champion pool up there to pull from. But honestly, I'm just excited about Heimerdinger because I already saw that there's potential that he might come out at the end of the year. So yeah, I'm all about it. Give me Heimerdinger, give me more battle mages, give me more CC, give me more team fights. Let's go.
Archer, how do you feel as an Aurelion Sol player?
Okay, first off, I was unaware that there's supposedly an upcoming gameplay change to him, and so I had a mini heart attack when I read through this because I like Asol the way he is, but I don't really know enough about PC to know like really the difference. But if Asol is like the canvas like example of a battle mage, then like yes, I think that would be cool to have more mages in that vein and of that playstyle. I think I've seen Heimerdinger gameplay before. Not much. I've seen Karthus gameplay, and that looks kind of cool.
Jungle Karthus is going to be overpowered. Yeah, for battle mages, like I wouldn't mind seeing a Malzahar come in. It's definitely a unique mechanic. It's going to be interesting. I think he's going to be a little bit broken as far as wave control goes if he comes in, because his minions do so much damage to the enemy minions, or his crabs or whatever the hell they are.
Wait, does he like spawns like his own minions and stuff like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Okay, yeah. I want him because my favorite champion or hero from when I was playing Heroes of the Storm was a hero called Abathar. And it was the most annoying thing because his whole playstyle was you sit in the fountain and then you just spawn minions the entire game. And then you just win because they can't kill you. You're constantly just leveling up because your minions are killing other minions. And then you can like spawn like hordes of stuff. And so I want a champion like that in Wild Rift.
That sounds exactly like my playstyle, sitting in the fountain all the
time. Isn't that that's Yorick, right? In PC League, where I think it's his like either one of his abilities or his passive. He can spawn minions to fight, and you can like literally have your minions farming in lane while you're running around in river, killing people.
Yeah, he spawns the big ghoul that will target other caster minions and the turret. So.
See, that's kind of like how Abathar was. I want something like that. I like MOBA champions that are able to spawn stuff like that. That has always been like those have always been my favorite types of champions because I can just like do what I want while these things are just like farming and stuff. And so I'd like something like that in Wild Rift.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we have some battle mages now. I think Karma was definitely a great addition to it, but there's definitely some key champions in there like Rise, Swain, Heimerdinger, that we definitely want to see. I think definitely would benefit the gameplay, but it's always tricky because Wild Rift is so fast and trying to adapt some of these champions to fit the meta so they're actually playable when they release them.
What this inting guy needs to do is play Rise. This way he can teleport his whole team into the enemy team. Yep.
That's good.
He could int his whole team.
Yeah. Int the whole team.
Up next, Riot Games sues Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Did you guys hear anything about this?
Yeah, I heard that it was happening.
I didn't hear that it was happening, but I read through the article. And I thought that this was nothing out of the ordinary, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly
it happened before. It was bound to happen again.
Yeah.
What's really weird is I think Tencent owns Mobile Legends Bang Bang, and Riot Tencent also owns Wild Rift. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. But yeah, Mobile Legends Bang Bang is getting sued by Riot Games.
No, I don't think they own. They owned Arena of Valor, I think.
Does Tencent own? Shit, what is it? MLBB. Mobile Legends Bang Bang Moonton. No, okay, so it's not owned by Tencent. Okay, ByteDance.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Arena of Valor.
Well, I just realized I could have got spicy if I typed anything with a P or an X. Let's not do that anymore. So going back to this screen. Chicken Lady says, my only love for MLBB is it brought me to League. I agree. I'm glad Wild Rift is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Riot's just trying to look out for itself. There's definitely a lot of similarities in this, but I don't know if you guys know, but League of Legends came from somewhere else originally at one point too. So this is just business as usual, trying to protect its brand and make sure that its interests are aligned. So
it's weird how
I'm all for it, man. Get rid of Mobile Legends and send all those players over to Wild Rift.
Well, shit. Who BYG came from Mobile Legends, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so like the best team in North America. But through the power, well, I would say Eilish through the power of friendship, but BYG, everybody knows the Backyardigans are holding it down for Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that's why I'm worried because we have to face off with them Saturday during the tournament.
Uh-oh. Good luck. This one comes from the Juju Curve. It's 3.1, 3.2 dad jokes. With the release of the latest patch, everyone's busy figuring out how the meta has shifted. Meanwhile, I realize in SEA, Kraken Slayer Vi has become popular. I asked why. Vi said, let's get Kraken. I personally found this one funny. I found Fiora on Reddit, but was stunned by her profile. It was all repost. Yes, she loves to exercise, push-ups and lunges, so it was vital for her to show off her results in the profile picture. Do y'all have any dad jokes for Wild Rift?
Not off the top of my head.
No.
I'm more interested in seeing Vi run around with Kraken Slayer.
I don't even know what it does, to be honest. I haven't looked at the item.
It's basically an electrocute, but with true damage, and it only procs off of auto attacks.
Yeah, so every third attack, you have a chance to deal an extra, I think it's like 30% AD plus some amount of percentage
50,
of AP damage.
So it's perfect for Master Yi.
And it stays procced as long as you're auto attacking that champion. So as soon as you stop attacking them, then your stacks fall off. But if you keep going, you can keep building, and every third attack you'll deal true damage based off of your AD.
Master Yi Jax. I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
not really Jax though. He's way better with lethal tempo.
Yeah, because Jax passive with his attack speeds. Correct.
Yeah.
If you ping Echo mid, is it Echo location?
Echo location. Yeah.
Well, you got us all rolling at our graves.
Oh man.
Yep. So I found this shit funny. I can't click this link either. Basically, it was start W if you're going to play Jungle Echo. I don't know how I screwed that one up. Whoops.
Let's just do us a favor, and if you haven't played at least 100 games on Echo, just don't play them in ranked. We're gonna make a public announcement about that one.
You're gonna hurt people's feelings right now.
I played Echo support in ranked after only trying it twice in one.
Yes, I did that. I did that once, and I went like 0-2 and like 12 or 13 or something like that.
So what you're saying is Echo support works.
Yeah,
Echo support.
One of the matches I was like 5-2 and 17.
But you're also in low elo, and you're going against them, and like a lot of these people don't even really know what your champion does, and they're not even waiting for your cooldowns or anything like that. So it's really easy to get away with stuff like that in the bot lane too, while you're like testing out champions or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Bonds, you are a support main, or were a support main. Maybe you still are.
Support.
How do you feel about Senna, Aurelion, Soul bot lane?
Senna and Aurelion Soul.
Yeah.
I'm a strong believer in Senna comps, but I am not a believer in A-Soul. I'm not an Aurelion Soul believer. I feel like there's way better champions.
It was working great. It was working great until Archer left me. He just abandoned the game. He went AFK. He said he was chasing his dogs, but I still don't believe him. I'm sorry, Archer. Just picking at you a little bit. Chicken Lady said, when I first started learning Thresh, I was immediately hooked. So, dad jokes. Bridges is calling you out, man. He said, I want clarification. What do you consider low elo bonsai?
I think I'm in low elo and I'm in diamond.
Anything that I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in diamond too. I consider it low elo because all the players I have on my team and on the enemy team are completely incompetent.
I'm not the best player. I'm not going to say that I'm very good at the game. I have a pretty solid understanding of the game, and when I am in peak performance, I do pretty well. But because most of the time I play or I get into it or I'm just like having fun playing, so. But there's definitely, I think it's definitely up until you get into master, then you can start looking at high elo there. Anything with like, maybe not early master, but the closer you are to GM, and then after GM, yeah, you're the high elo.
Gotcha. Maybe one day I will get there as soon as Chicken Lady power levels my account up there. Like
she's gonna drop her thresh hook all the way down from GM and hook you and
just pull me up. Just pull me up.
And
exactly.
Just pull you up. Yeah.
This one comes from a happy Hexhouse. Happy Hexhouse. It says the meta has shifted, accept it, adapt to it, or fall behind. Exactly what the title says. This is the biggest meta shift WoD Rift has seen. If you don't learn how to adapt to it and play the right champs that are now in meta, you will lose more. You will fall behind. Time to put down the Mundo and pick up a hyper carry. Update. I wasn't expecting this post to get this attention, but just a statement to people who may not be familiar with meta changing game like League of Legends. The meta moves around and it shouldn't be seen as a negative thing. The greater players are the ones who know all this and are able to adapt and keep winning games. So quit crying, you little babies.
Meta doesn't matter. Mundo goes where he pleases.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why this guy's shitting on Mundo, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I mean, there's a truth. I mean, I'm a believer. He's not wrong. Like, when Elemental Rift comes out, there's going to be a lot of changes. There's going to be a lot of changes to the timing in the jungle. There's already a huge shift now because ADCs were irrelevant for the last couple of months. And now that they're changing the runes, a lot of these ADCs are starting to come back, and early game champions are starting to become even more prominent in the bot lane. So picking up early game tanks, you're not going to be as impactful, so you're more susceptible to ganks. So there's a lot of things that are coming and that are changing, and unfortunately some people don't even read the patch notes. I'm surprised that so many people aren't using some of the newer runes or items right now. And it's like, Riot, you got to play the system. They put those things in the game for a reason. They're controlling the meta. So you can make changes, and there's definitely like a curve to it. You can do off meta things, but even still, it's within the boundaries of the rules that they're giving you.
I'm scared because I haven't played Elemental Rift in League PC, so it's definitely going to be a learning curve for me. I'm going to have to learn how to teach people how to play this map. So, what do you think, Archer? How do you feel about the meta shifting? Because you're somebody that kind of stays above the meta, before the meta. You're the groundbreaking trendsetter.
The edgelord.
Well, that's just because I have meta experience. I was always, whatever game it was, I was always like looking at statistics, trying to figure out what's popular right now. Because if it's popular now, the game makers typically will do something to lower its popularity and bump something else up. And so if I see, okay, right now, before 3.2, tanks were really big. And so I know, okay, tanks are really good, ADCs are not. So I need to be focusing on anti-ADC right now, so I'll be prepared for when patch 3.2 comes out and they start buffing ADCs. And what happens? They're adding ADC runes in, they're adding everything they can to lower tanks and buff ADCs.
And with the map changes coming out, the way that Elemental Rift is going to play, the dual lane is going to be a lot more important to play around with the dragons. But they still have to maintain. It has changed a lot too.
Yeah.
Blue Potato says, King, does that scout shirt mean that you're an action main? It means I'm a fucking nerd. That's what it means. So
he's a man of action.
Yeah. Oh God, bonsai. Oh man. 3.2 dad jokes. Up next we have from Kimmeral's, pure tank supports are much weaker early game in this patch. I'm a master support main in top 50 Alistar. After the update, I feel like it's much harder during the early laning phase whenever I play pure tank champions. The damage from the enemy's AD carry is just unbelievable still. If I don't pick a tank support, probably no one on my team will pick a tank champion. Is anyone facing the same thing, or is it just me? I definitely feel like the tank supports are a little bit scuffed now. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
I mean, we just said it. Like,
yeah,
that's how the meta is changing.
that's how the meta's
but
changing.
again, you can also draft accordingly. If you're second or last pick support, you can still go a little tanky. There are certain tanks that they're trying to still make relevant. And with all these caster supports now, like if you're going to play a weak side bot lane, you can pick up Blitzcrank. I would say that Thresh is still viable. Thresh is still strong.
Yeah.
Anything with that has a little bit of range, but still can give you some sort of shielding and anything that counter with the meta what they're playing. But that's how the meta's going.
I agree. We're gonna see a lot more. Gonna see a lot more brand support, Annie support. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
Sucks. I'm sorry, I just have to say that Annie support is the stupidest thing ever, and I actually play it. I play it all the time. I'll just like, okay, Annie support, let's do it, and then I'll go 0-6 in the first 5 minutes, and then go, you know what, whatever. I'm just gonna steal farm from everywhere, and then just start one-shotting people.
Potato says, I don't know. I've seen so many people talking about assassins and tanks suck now, but they don't realize that before this meta change, assassins and tanks were too strong and made ADCs useless or harmless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've watched somebody get like 100-0 by a AP Malphite or a Malphite. So it's kind of like something that tanky should not be that strong. He also says, at this point in the game, all classes of champions have risk and reward mentality. It isn't a point and kill game. Personally, I've been playing a lot of Irelia, and it's a lot of high risk, high reward. Turns out I'm not as worse or not as bad mechanically as I thought I was. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. I just thought I was way worse. I'm bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm real bad, but I thought I was way, way worse.
You just got to keep working those thumbs out, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I do thumb ups, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's getting me ripped. This one's from Sears Second.
My thumbs are huge, and I'm always accidentally pressing buttons.
That's my problem too. I can't play Yasuo for that reason. This is from Sear Second. It says maining duo support is painful. I have recently started playing marksman as well as support in Diamond, and I really feel like the current situation in bot lane is toxic. Lots of support players seem to feel like they won't have agency unless they scale and play champions that can take control of the game. But the marksmen really need that gold funneled to them early, so having a burst mage fighting you for every CS is painful. It doesn't just put you behind for the moment. You don't frequently have the items and the damage that you need to contribute meaningfully to mid-game skirmishes, which means you don't always get the items in gold you need to do anything for the rest of the game. Being behind 1,000 to 1,500 gold because the first 10 minutes of the game your support was trying to get their items or not giving you easy to donate kills might mean your team has no range, DPS, or ability to siege turrets later. I say all of that, and yet I understand how it feels to be sick of trying to make an enchanter or team-dependent support work when no matter how well you play, some other lane got crushed and you are thinking to yourself, if only I was playing Malphite or Lux or something. While I catch my breath because that was a long paragraph, what do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm a support main, and it is painful, but there are still really impactful supports that you can play that can guarantee or increase your chances of winning the lane or winning the game. But really, at the end of the day, if you don't have, there's a lot of other factors that go into it when you're maining that, and understanding like wave management, understanding matchups, your champion pool. will help you be better than the other. Having a support gap between one team and another is, I think, can be way more impactful than if you have a really fed ADC on the other side. Like if your support is blowing the other one out of the water, then the macro impact, I think, can make more of a difference. So it's really just understanding your role and understanding how to play it out. And you can climb. I mean, I got to diamond playing support. I'm still playing support occasionally, and I've been playing more Baron lane recently to try to do something else and climb, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with your sentiment there. Lost where I was going, so Archer, I'm going to let you take over, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm a support player too, and it is hard. And I've gotten to the point I build like hybrid AP builds. Like I'm always going like Rod first item or getting tiers so I can get Seraph's Embrace later on in the game, because I know that if I just go full Enchanter, it's not going to work most of the time unless I have really good teammates, and that's really not possible most of the time. Most of the time you're going to have bad teammates. It kind of goes both ways though, because it's hard for me to climb if I'm playing marksman, because my support typically isn't going to be that good. If I play support, most of the time my ADC isn't going to be that good either. And so that's why there's this kind of conflict, because you have ADC mains who are actually trying to be as good as support. It's just untrustworthy of them. And so they're just building full AP, they're stealing gold, and nothing's happening. And I do feel like a lot of it falls on the support's shoulders, because like a support is capable of stealing farm. A marksman, that's their purpose. They need to get it. There's not much that a marksman can do wrong unless they're just bad at their champion and they're just feeding. Whereas a support, even if they're good at their champion, there's a lot that can go wrong. If they're taking CS, then their ADC is going to fall behind. If they roam because they just don't want to be in bot, they want to go to mid and make something happen, even though they shouldn't be. Like that could go wrong, because then their ADC could die when you could have been there for them, But then again, if it's a bad ADC, a support can't always fix that. And so there's a conflict. It's a back and forth. There's always something happening over here and over here that is always going to be flopping back and forth. So it's a situation that doesn't have much solutions to solve it, other than get a pre-made and play duo with someone you can trust.
See, I think Bonsai hit it on the head earlier. I think a strong support is much more valuable than a strong AD carry, because looking at League, for example, everybody praises Core JJ for being able to take any AD carry and make them look world class. So I definitely think it's going to be your support that if it's a support diff versus an AD carry diff, unless that carry is double lift or something, just some cracked god, maybe Too Young or something. Too Young was phenomenal.
Too Young's pretty phenomenal.
I wish he was still playing, but
he is still playing. They're still on team. Yeah, I mean they didn't make it. They didn't really make it anywhere. But there's all those teams are still together. They're still looking for scrims and whatnot.
Gotcha. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Time to scoop him back up. He can play for OTS. We will pay you in nothing.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Everybody should be used to that, but no.
We're paid in the power of friendship.
That's Eilish, man. That's Justin's team.
Yeah, that is Eilish.
So this comes from Oh, go ahead.
This one's really good. What is this one about? Support wave management.
Yeah. Do you want to read it? Do you have it up?
Yeah. I mean it kind of like answers the other one about how supports are weak and maining support. So this opens up, this could be a really good one.
Gotcha.
If you're a support player, you should know how to manage wave, or at the very least, how to not fuck it up too bad. If you get autofilled as a support and do not understand wave management, then please, please, for the love of God, just leave the fucking wave alone. Stand there like a good boy and don't touch this shit. This is more specific to those who play supports, such as Brand and Lux. Don't use abilities on the wave. Don't fuck with it. K. That is all. This is good.
That does it plays and it answers our last question. I always tell
he
people
wins a lot of games.
probably not. No, he sounds like the person who's going to hard int because he sounds like the person who's going to feed and be like FF at 5 because his AD carry or his support accidentally killed a minion while they were trying to hook the enemy team.
Yeah, he took his cannon minion and then he just AFK'd.
Yep, that's what I do. I do that on purpose just to see if my duo lane will AFK on me. I actually just abandoned my duo lane after a certain point of the game. But
who doesn't? You know, who doesn't?
What rank he
what
is.
Support doesn't just leave their ADC after a while? Especially Yumi mains.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
But I wonder what rank he is.
I don't know. Let me see.
He sounds, just from the sound of this sounds like a Emerald player. Not gonna lie. This sounds like something I hear a lot from Emerald players.
I'm checking his history. There's a lot of stuff on there that shouldn't be on there, so I can't show that on stream because we're on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, wave management is really understanding. It's really important, especially as a support, especially as a ADC main. And if you don't understand it, you can really fuck your lane up, just like he said it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be that. I think once you understand wave management, I've dealt with having supports steal my farm, and you just find your gold other ways.
Yeah.
Or you just try to regain control of your wave. But
yeah, just stop farming minions, start farming champions. Come on, guys.
Start farming champions. There you go.
That's all. I tell people all the time, support controls the engagement and skirmishes in lane. AD carry controls the wave. Unless you're trying to push it under tower, then both control the tower or wave going into tower. So that's personally how I feel about it. This way, there's no conflict in interest. I can't tell you how many times I've had a support just push and I'm trying to like freeze a wave or something. I'm like, stop, just stop.
Yeah. But that's the huge problem in a lot of elos, right? Archer is like, it's just like a macro difference, not understanding that.
Yeah.
I don't want to push. I don't want the wave.
Yeah, like
to go past.
I see plenty of players in my matches that are like really good mechanically, and I'm like, it's impressive how mechanically good they are, but their macro is just awful, and it's just painful to watch how they just think that all they have to do is just camp mid and just run up and down trying to get kills when they could be in a side lane getting gold, and then they end up going from being like 2,000 gold ahead of their enemy laner to being 2,000 gold behind.
That's 90% of my job is just telling people, go to the side lane. Go to the side lane, man. What are you doing in mid? It's not ARAM. Go to the side lane. That's 90% of my videos.
It's probably the biggest problem in the game right now, yet it's probably the most overlooked. Like people say like, oh, support players are, you know, all they ever do is go full AP and they steal farm. That doesn't matter. Like, so what? Find farm somewhere else. Like if they're taking your farm, there's other stuff you can be doing. Take the jungle. Yeah. No, junglers don't even take their Krugs. Ever.
Exactly. Ever.
So just go kill the Krugs. So what? You lost a cannon minion? Go kill the Krugs. And so
quit complaining.
Like there's always the fix to a lot of stuff. But when it comes to the whole ARAM mid problem, like nobody wants to fix it.
Nobody wants to. And there's farm in those other lanes. When I started learning how to play Baron lane, that really helped me with understanding wave management, because it's literally just you and one other person in lane the whole time, and you can visually see it very clearly. Like if you have good wave management, you're able to maintain lane and play a weak side, or gain the advantage and play a very strong side Baron lane, and they'll never be able to touch your tower. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look
even
at
if
you
you're not
managing
a
in the game.
Baron main, anyone watching the stream, I recommend you playing Baron, because I main support and mid is so fast paced. And one thing I like to say is that Baron is mid in slow motion. You can actually see the wave management playing out. You can see what's happening in a slower pace, and you can learn how to do that better. And so when you move to like duo lane or mid lane, it's muscle memory. Like, even though it's fast pace, it's like you're just doing it without thinking of it. And so, like, there's times where I'll do something to the wave that I wasn't even thinking about doing, but it's required, and it was good in that moment. And then, like, I'm rewatching my matches, I'm like, huh, that was cool. I need to like really do that more. I need to like focus on doing that. But it's those little moments where you do something right, and it's easier to learn that when you can do it at a slower pace and actually get time to have that experience. And so I think Baron is great for that.
Can you share links to the guys, to the people that are watching?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you this link on Discord here real quick.
Okay.
This is Mobalytics, and this literally breaks down wave management to a science.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because that's the thing. Video games, when you're playing video games, it's all a science. It's all knowledge based and knowing what to do, and there's always something to learn, and there's a lot of what's it called? Trial and error. It's like science. You know, you can't discover something new unless you keep trying different things and trying to get as much information as you can.
Yep.
Yeah. But this is from Mobalytics. It literally breaks everything down to a science. It talks about spawn timers for minions. This is applicable to PC League. You obviously have to look at the timers for Wild Rift, but the basic concept of it is laid out really nicely, and it even explains matchups between different styles of champions, like mages versus assassins and versus tanks, and even equal matchups, poke lanes, sustain lanes. So this is a really good resource for people that are looking to see like how intricate your minion wave can be, and how impactful it can be in your lane and helping you secure kills.
That's good.
Yeah, wave management, it really is intricate. Like that's really what it is. I was playing the other day with a friend, and we were doing a Zed mirror matchup, and he was saying how like he used to be a Zed main. He has like 500 games, and I'm still kind of new to Zed, and so we played, and I get first blood at level 1, and he was asking me like, how did you do it? And I was like, it wasn't anything mechanical, it was all wave. I went in, I made sure I had wave advantage, and then when you tried to fight me, I just had a lot more minions than you, and they did most of the damage, not me. All I had to do was hit you with the shuriken, hit a couple autos, get my ignite, and then walk away, and then my minions do the rest for me. And so it's that wave management that's really going to help you a lot. And once you know that, then that's when you can get to the next level, and you can actually think about climbing and getting to the higher elos.
Yeah.
What is it they say? Master is gold, but with better wave management or something.
Yeah.
I think it's
I hear that.
I think master players finally start honing in their macro.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Maybe there's no difference other than macro.
Yeah, diamond players have no macro. And speaking of climbing,
Oh yeah. Am I crazy? This comes from Visual Champion 5429, and yes, you are crazy. Am I crazy? But all the things I hear make me want to stay in lower elo. Everyone complains about high elo. High elo kind of makes me glad I'm stuck in Emerald area. I've only got like 1 to 3 games a day, and not every day. Not even every day, but everyone bitching about high elo makes me think I should be glad I'm in lower elo. Y'all make it sound like high elo players are just shitty, unsupervised children with tantrums. I would rather be lower elo and play with adults who actually play the game instead of having an ego temper tantrum. How do you feel about them words? They spicy.
This guy's a hero.
I agree.
We have another hero on our hands here. This guy is speaking out the truth. He just wants to enjoy the game, man. He just wants to play the game, and he doesn't care what rank he is. He has no ego. He just wants to play the game and climb and have fun doing it.
That's exactly why I'm still platinum. I mean, so that's 100% why. I'm living my best life, man. Inting games, staying in low elo.
Inting games.
Yep. It's the best.
Maybe he should be friends with that other guy that made the post.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This one we kind of discussed already. This comes up all the time on Reddit. What champion do you want to see next come to Wild Rift? They want Shaka because his playstyle is his favorite playstyle in game, which is win by being the most annoying shit for the enemy. What do you guys? I know you want to see the Donger. What do you want to see?
That's all I want, man.
Archer, what do you want to see, man?
It's kind of hard. I don't know many League PC champions, just the ones that I've seen from just watching random gameplay. But I would like Shaco and Fiddlesticks a lot. Just because I like annoying champions as well. But like the only real annoying champion we have in Wild Rift is Teemo, and I hate Teemo. Like I want someone that because like, well, no, I'm talking like a different breed of annoying. Because like if you look at Seraphine, she's annoying because she can CC you for like an eternity, and then the rest of her team just collapses on you. Or like if you look at Aurelia, like a lot of people say she's annoying, but I just think she's overpowered. Whereas Teemo, all you got to do is step on one of his mushrooms, not even die, just step on one of his mushrooms and you're immediately tilted. Like it's that type of annoying. Like just not wanting to play the game, not because you're dying a lot. Like I could be stomping a Teemo and still just not want to play the game because every time I step on a mushroom, it just frustrates me. You know,
like, God damn it.
Gotta keep moving with the music. Yeah. No, Seraphine's the most annoying thing ever. Ever.
I beg to differ. I don't think Seraphine's that annoying. I
play Seraphine. I don't find her annoying at all.
Fair enough.
Other than Heimerdinger, I think, I agree. Anivia would be cool to see. Fiddlesticks would be cool to see as well. Trying to think of anybody else that I
want Zoe.
Zoe. What's you talking about? Oh no, there's Zoe and then there's Zeri. I think Zeri would be insane.
I don't know who that is.
I'd like to see Kane, but I think they already said that they would never add Kane into Wild Rift. I don't know if it was him or not.
Zeri's the one of the newer ones that have come out recently, where she can she can like slide on walls and runs around and shoots. She's like a Jinx mixed with like an Akshan. It's weird.
I want Kindred. I want to see Kindred in.
Kindred would be fun.
Wild Rift.
We do need more junglers. We need more diverse junglers.
We need more AD carry junglers other than Vayne and Ezreal. Shout out to Cloud9. You remember that time Tarzan played Ezreal against us? That was rough. last but not least, and we're coming right up under an hour. This is another complaining about high elo. This is from ducking the duck behind you.
The guy before is complaining. He's like, I just want to stay in low elo, and this guy's like, high elo is so fucking boring.
So that means you just got to go back to low elo.
Go back to low elo, man. Do it.
That's why I'm there. I told you guys. That's why I'm there. There's a reason that I picked these posts, and that's because it reflected my life.
I had a Grandmaster Oriana go 0-15 in a match because he just inted, just like ran into the turrets and just gave away kills. And we were like, what the heck? And we looked through
Was it the guy from the other post?
I don't know, but we looked, could have been. We looked through his match history, and it was 20 straight matches of just him inting, just like 0-20, 0-15. And we were like, how is this guy Grandmaster? But then we got to thinking, we can't really blame him. He probably got bored in Grandmaster and just wanted to beat Platinum again. You know.
Start a new account.
He's just trying to help out with Riot's system. You know, if he didn't do things like that, then we wouldn't have better matchmaking systems. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah. They're the real heroes.
The real MVP, the real SVPs.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's meta, right? It's meta to int it and run it down. We just don't know yet because we're so far behind. It's like the Koreans are ahead of us, like light years.
Yes.
Chat, does anybody have any questions? Any questions, complaints, comments, concerns? Fill out your questionnaire below.
They have a questionnaire?
No, we don't.
I want to see. Oh.
Should I make one? Should I make one?
I don't know.
I just annoy people on Discord. Like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this?
What is this?
Anything.
Anything is this.
Anything that comes to this. Could be anything. This could even be that.
Did they post anything?
No one said anything yet.
I do have a question though. As a support main, Bonsai, like, what are your thoughts on the new runes? Because I feel like the supports are benefiting a lot from different runes. I know I started playing Morgana again just because of ultimate defense, just because the shield gets so big late game that you can ult in the middle of a fight and just last way longer and actually hit your stun, and then your team, if they actually follow through, they can actually
Twisted Fate could not immigrate to the land of opportunity. He did not have a green card.
No way. That's the best one. You win that joke of the week.
Maybe that's what we'll do. We'll just start doing bad joke of the week.
The rune. So with the rune changes, you definitely, like, I'm not playing as much tank supports anymore. Unless I feel like I can play Thresh into it, or unless they draft another tank support. I'm definitely playing a lot more control mages, Karma, Senna. I feel Soraka is really good this patch.
Soraka is really good this patch, but I have issues with her impact. In lane, with the players that I'm surrounded with right now. I'm sure in higher elo, like Soraka, you can do some much crazier outplays. And Soraka, give me a Soraka player that's like mastery level 6 or 7 Soraka, and I'll be like, okay, let's play with Soraka.
That's me.
A lot of these people, you know, they just pick up Soraka, and it's like, okay, you can't even land your Starfall, so, and you silence timings off. So if you don't, she's so precise that if you don't execute those things, then her impact isn't as high as it can be.
Yeah.
Whereas other supports are a little more forgiving with their kits. But Enchanter supports are back because everybody's dealing
I love
damage.
it. I'm an Enchanter support main. I barely ever played tanks, and I dig it. I like it.
My highest win rate right now is with Lulu. I feel like majority of the time, if I just play Lulu, I win games.
Yeah.
And it's a great time. But I definitely want to see what happens when the Elemental Rift comes out, and if they make any adjustments to the ADC meta, because I want to see what the off meta matchups are going to look like. You know, we've had a lot of like APCs with bruisers for the last couple months, and there was even like you're running Sona Seraphine, and nobody wanted to play ADCs. So seeing how that trends, and then also seeing some of these Baron lane matchups get a little more interesting now that Echo is going to come into gameplay, and Pike and Nautilus.
Yeah.
I just don't want Nautilus to be useless if all these ADCs come super strong.
Oh no, it won't play. I can't get it to play. Whoops. I was gonna play this week's episode of top 5 plays that I finished up a little bit earlier, but I cannot get it to play. So, oh well.
Bummer.
I like
I'll have to check it out.
This guy asked, "Call me Andoru." I think. Yes. What kind of champions do we want to the game in general? Like, so, like, what type of champions? Not specifically a champion, but what type? Like, mage, battle
AP
mage,
junglers.
stuff like that, or like.
I definitely want to see more.
I agree.
AP junglers.
I agree. I think they.
I wasn't sure if he was cutting out.
I think he just froze. Archer.
He froze.
Me?
Let it go. No. Let it go. Be one with the wind and stars. Let it go. And he's back.
I agree. Definitely more AP junglers. I definitely want to see more Baron lane champions that have more macro impact, like Shen. Was a great one. I think Ryze would be great because you have his teleport as well. I think mid laner battle mages need to come back in a way. Of course, I just want Heimerdinger in general, but and I would like to see a little bit more ADCs. So just a kind of sprinkle mix of everything, but definitely there's a priority in jungler and Baron lanes for me.
The only champion we need to really come to the game is Zoe, and then I'll be happy. Just I want to nuke people from 2 screens away. That's all, man.
It'll happen, dude. You'll get there
eventually. If I don't have a heart attack from trying to carry these kids, I'll break my back.
This guy said ADC top is much better than ADC duo.
Is that Sunny? Yeah, no, it's meh.
How do you guys feel about that?
I think it's proven, to be honest. Like, what do you have to play so many AP carries bot lane, and you play Vayne, Ezreal, Action, Lucian top lane? So I think it's proven.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the draft. I'm a big believer in that. If you pick a ADC top lane when we have no bruiser and you're the last pick, just do us a favor and just take a bruiser, man. Don't give me another, because some of these ADCs, depending on who they are, their escape doesn't work as well, and it does the way that I feel like the way that Baron lane wave management can get, if you don't understand it, it doesn't favor having an ADC. That being said, somebody tried playing Jinx against me in top lane, and I was playing Sett, and I just waited until I had ultimate, and they died every single time after that.
For me, like, I think we should see like Corki top lane, Kai'Sa top lane, Caitlyn top lane. Archer just left because he was tired of the bullshit that I'm saying right now.
He doesn't want to see the ADC top
My internet
lane.
sucks.
Like, oh, we know. Trust me.
Why do you think Corki top lane would work?
Oh, because it shreds armor. So you pick it into a tank. Yep. I don't think it'll work. I'm just throwing out 80 carries that aren't commonly named.
You never know what works until you make it work.
You're right. We're gonna go play Aurelion Sol, Cinna bot lane.
Who knows, man? You could be the next Faker.
Yeah, could be. Yeah. I had a dream once. I really don't have much more. We're going on an hour. No one in the chat has any questions. So I guess we can go ahead and start wrapping it up. Thank you to our sponsors today, My Wallet. I don't actually have it with me. It is in the other room, but it's leather, and my wife bought it for me for my birthday. Thank you to
shout out to your wallet.
Thank you for PlayStation for providing me with a credit card that I can put all of this on. So, what size underwear does anyone wear?
I don't even know, dude. I just kind of go to the
wear,
store and eyeball it.
Like a one size fits all.
Just onesie. It's just one. I wear a onesie.
I wear a one size fits all.
Oh, guys! When I hit 1,000 subscribers, I need to do something crazy or dumb. What? Like the only idea I've had was just stealing Misa's idea and waxing my legs on camera.
No.
Skydiving.
Wait, why does it have to be crazy and or dumb? Can it be both?
That's what I'm saying.
Skydiving.
Crazy
Skydiving and dumb. Why would you ever want to jump out of the plane? It's crazy. It's dumb.
Because for the thrill of it.
I can barely afford this. What makes you think I can afford go skydiving?
Oh my gosh. When I first moved to Mexico, I lived in Acapulco. Right now I live in Cuernavaca, but they had a zip line place where they ran a zip line from one island, like because the coast on Acapulco is like a semicircle, and they ran the zip line from one side of the bay to the other side. Oh. And so you'd basically go on it and you'd zip line over the ocean.
No, I'd basically not go on it. That sounds terrifying.
We were going to do it for my brother's birthday, but then we decided not to because you're ziplining over the ocean and it's Mexico. Anything can go wrong.
Yeah, you never know when Jaws is going to jump out of the water and bite you.
That sounds
I think it was like elevated, like.
Yeah, how do you get back? How do you get back to the other side? You got to like go around?
You swim.
Well, you see, you have your friends drop you off at the zipline place, and then they have to drive about 30 minutes to the other side of the bay to pick you up.
That's they just fucking left you. Like the time you left me in Lane.
And you
like the time you left me in Lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Archer.
That sounds like a great time though.
Yeah.
We'll have to figure it out, man. Maybe you shave your head.
I was thinking about shaving my eyebrows.
No, please don't do that. Don't you like have to go out in public for your job?
I do.
Yeah, you need your eyebrows for that.
Okay. Maybe I'll shave this off.
You could always just shave your beard.
You could shave your beard.
I'll donate my beard to charity.
You think it's worth something?
No. Just saying no. But
can they put your beard hair on somebody's head?
Maybe.
I got all quiet for a second. You're like,
I had to think about that. You never know. Like you can donate your hair to Locks of Love. So, oh, look at that. Look at that.
I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know either. He's some fucking creeper.
Yeah, what a weirdo.
Yeah,
he knows where I live. I feel like I'm being attacked.
You probably are.
Maybe you should send him your beard hair. He needs it.
The 1,000th subscriber gets your beard hair.
Dude,
that's sus.
Someone's gonna make
It's so weird.
You heard it, guys. The 1,000 subscriber gets all of my beard hair. I'm gonna lose subscribers.
That's crazy and dumb.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
yes.
Yes, we found it out. Yes,
we found it. It meets the criteria.
All right.
Nice job, guys. And with that,
yeah, we should probably end it on that note.
Yeah, I have to get dinner.
Yep.
Nice.
So thank you everybody for tuning in to the show, and we will see you guys on the Rift.